What's good with y'all, man? So we back with a new video, and today we about to talk about this guy who he's from New York City, same place as me, and he's a TikToker named DBG. He's known pretty much for the same thing as like 6ix9ine. He got beef with a bunch of people. He's going back and forth online.
Entro mi vicino. Like, if you come in my vicinity, like I said to me, Mike,
Entonces ven para afuera, come outside.
He's dissing a bunch of gangs. He's trolling a lot. Like, he's trolling a lot as far as he's trying to get tough with everybody. Everybody who he's saying he'll spit on this person. He's saying he'll knock out this person or he'll this person.
push up. Push up, nigga. Push up. Be the reason why K Flock could go dumb and I don't get booked for the murder charge. Dummy. Fuck. Maybe if K Flock was in my situation, he probably would have never went to jail for Waska. Fuck that dribble, nigga. Fuck you talking about? You bugging out. You bugging out. You bugging out.
Or he'll this person so he's just talking mad crazy, and that's kind of what's getting him clout, because a lot of people just they like to see a train wreck, and he just not only is he doing that, but he be going live a lot. That's pretty much his big thing, is going live. So he'll go live on TikTok, and when he goes live, he's showing his whole everything. So he's showing his house or apartment, whatever, his neighborhood, how to get the pathway to get to his house. So he's showing you the whole thing, which if you take a picture or if you record or go live, you really shouldn't show exactly where you live. But when he goes live, he's showing everything. So eventually, people, pretty much a big part of his online skit thing, people are pulling up to his house multiple times. So it's like you'll just see random videos of people coming down this alleyway that gets to his crib, and they're antagonizing him, trying to fight him. But at the same time, it's like he's also going live talking crazy. So it's like you're inviting this certain energy to you, which inevitably a kid pulls up to his house. Yeah, a kid who's 17 pulls up to his crib, and something goes down. The kid gets poked up. I gotta, watch my words because we're on YouTube. But the kid gets poked up by DBG. He doesn't make it. He doesn't survive. And now this TikToker from New York is in jail. The thing that also is interesting is the fact that there's a video that came out afterwards of, I guess, DBG was about to turn himself in, and he started crying.
Yo, Ma, I love you, you heard? You my queen, my beautiful bee.
I love you too. Wait for your dad.
I don't know, like, not crying, like, necessarily. I don't think tears was running down his face, but he was sobbing, pretty much. He was, like, very sad, and he's on the phone with his mom on FaceTime. And in a way, I was kind of sad seeing that video, even though it's hard to be sad because you kind of invited that energy to yourself, because you going live every day, you talking crazy. Eventually, it's like you kind of just got what you was looking for. But it kind of depends on like how you view it, because some people are saying like, oh, well, the kid was trolling and he came to his house, so that's self-defense. But in New York City, like, if you know, like, they don't really look at self-defense as a claim. It's kind of like, if you body, no matter how it happened, if you was defending yourself, whatever, you will still face possibly a lot of time. I don't know. I think it is kind of a dumb rule that if somebody comes up to you and you defend yourself and the person ends up, not making it, you are at fault, even though the person came up to you. But that's kind of how it is in New York. So it's like, even in this situation of him kind of, you could say, defending himself because the kid came to his residence, but he still might face time anyway because, number one, it depends on how they look at the case. Like, he was taunting people online. He's dissing people. It's multiple videos of him getting into altercations, coming outside with a weapon, him kind of looking for trouble, him going out trying to, if you watch like different New York videos with people getting into fights, getting into like gang type of violence or whatever, he pretty much was on that type of timing where he's engaging in certain activities and he's posting it and he's going live and he's dropping sets and talking crazy. So it's like, you got what you was looking for, what you was asking for, which is like, I'm crazy and I'm tough and I could do whatever. You got into a situation where it was either gonna go in two or three different, really just two different situations. You was either gonna somehow get hurt because people is pulling up to your crib, your mom is staying there. I forgot to mention that him and his mom will be going back and forth on live. He's arguing with his mom about different stuff, and also people are pulling up to the crib, throwing rocks, doing a bunch of stuff, trolling him. But it's like, you're trolling also because you're the one who showed your whole address, you showing your whole location, you telling people to pull up, you saying if they pull up, this is gonna happen, if they pull up, and then somebody pulls up and you do a fatal blow, and not only did he hurt, not even just hurt, not only did you take someone's life, but you took the life of a 17-year-old, which is like, that's also gonna play a part because he's 22. DBG is 22. The kid is 17. So even though they're not that far apart in age, one of them is a minor and he is not a minor. So it's like, they might use that also, like, man, you did this to a minor. Again, depending on how they look at the case, they might say, well, you, even though, yeah, the kid came trolling, you were doing a bunch of, antagonizing on live to different people, which brought this scenario, not this exact scenario of this kid, but just people pulling up, people wanting to, you're inviting certain attention to yourself. So they might look at it that way. Or they could say, well, people were coming to bother him. And also they could say, if like I'm saying, if I was his lawyer, I might say, oh, well, DBG has mental issues, which if you look at some of his lives, he kind of acts as if he puts on this, like, I don't know if it's a performance or if it's real. Maybe it's a mixture of both. It kind of seems as if he's like off something or something's kind of wrong with him. So they might try to use, oh, well, he has mental issues and, these people are trying to bother him and trying to attack him and blah, blah, blah. So they might use that in his case. I don't really know how it's going to go. I do know the fact that if you unalive someone in New York City, it's never like, I don't care what the circumstances are. If you do that, you are going to have a lot of trouble because, again, the self-defense thing is not really, they don't recognize that. Unless if, like, the only way they would recognize that is if, like, you ever watched a movie and the main character is almost done, like, he's almost lights out, he's fighting the villain, and the villain is beating him to a pulp, and he's this close, the main character is this close to almost being lights out, and then he does something to save himself in the last moment. That's pretty much what you would have to do to win a self-defense case in New York. You'd have to pretty much be almost at the brink of going away forever, leaving this planet forever. You'd have to be on the brink. And then if you do something to retaliate and the other person goes down, then you might have a chance. But in most cases, no, if they're not gonna really recognize self-defense like that. So he's gonna have a lot of trouble. That's probably why he was crying really on live, because he probably is like, dang, I'm about to have to really possibly sit for a long time. Even if he somehow gets out of this in some type of way, or he doesn't get that much time somehow, he's gonna have to sit trying to fight this case. So yeah, man, going like trolling, like, and that's the crazy part is like everybody kind of likes, like, it's a human trait to like attention. It's a human trait, but it's like you looking for clout, doing anything for clout, where you're possibly hurting yourself or getting someone else hurt is never good. It's never that. It should never be that deep where you're possibly gonna get hurt from you trying to go viral, or possibly getting your family member hurt or someone around you hurt for trying to go viral. It's never that serious. In his case, he was doing so much. He also has, the news mentioned it too, that some type of PDF case on him, which is not good because you're about to go to jail and you have a PDF case on you, which he claimed that isn't true. He claimed that I think the girl lied about her age, but even still, whatever, whether it's true or not, he's going to jail with that on his resume. That's not good. It's just like he has a lot of stuff going on with him, and it's like, bro, you could have just, you gotta watch what you do out here. That's all I'm saying. You gotta watch what you do out here. All this clout chasing and doing the most and acting crazy and not thinking before you do things. It's like, this is how you land yourself in these situations. Yeah, so he's facing a potential, M charge for taking the life of this 17-year-old who came to his crib, trolling him. Yeah, and he might end up doing a lot of time for doing this stupid, doing these antics and stuff. Might have actually possibly put him in jail for a long time. I don't know exactly what's gonna happen though. Maybe, depending on how they look at it, like I said, maybe he could get lesser time or somehow try to beat it. But like I said, in New York City, you take someone's life in New York City, it's never really, a good outcome. But we'll see what happens. But that's really it with this video. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace out.